experiences here at Ohio University, I've had a few roommates who've had problems with opioids and other sedatives. As a nursing student, opioids have been something that we've talked about greatly throughout all of our classes, because prescription drug abuse is something that we always look for, but it's nothing we really want to assume. The medications most commonly misused are opioids, central nervous system depressants, and the third most common misused drug is stimulants.
So here's my prescription for Xanax, alprazolam. It's 0.5 milligram tablets. It's really only prescribed for severe anxiety, something where it's irrational. You just feel this constant anxiety that's totally unprovoked. So I have to take it in case I get too much of that and it really starts affecting my life. When people take it that don't need it, it's more of the sedative, more of the lethargy and the apathy that they're looking for. They want the lack of the general anxiety that they experience. Where kind of that addiction furthermore comes in, and the fact that people just want more and more of it. Because once you start taking it, and you get used to the lack of anxiety, it becomes comfortable, and you also can get a very severe withdrawal from not having it.
Right here in my drawer, I got my Adderall, little pill bottle, and since I'm away at school, I get it prescribed months in advance. So these are for the next 2 months that I haven't filled yet. So I was prescribed with Adderall to treat my attention deficit disorder, and it's an amphetamine. So it just speeds your brain up, and that helps people to study, get work done. Potential for risk comes when people take it and they're like, wow, I did so much great stuff studying. They start to take it when they don't need to study, and they start to take it to party, because it has the same effect. It can allow people to drink much more for much longer.
As far as mixing alcohol with Xanax, I've been prescribed it for so long that I've experienced me having some drinks after I have had a Xanax, and so it's just such an easy way to get so inebriated so fast. It's so appealing. I mean, why wouldn't you just have one drink and a QB instead of drinking 4 drinks? It's cheaper. It's just very easily rationalized. But you're better to go out and black out on liquor than you are to mix liquor and Xanax in the first place.
So the Purple Gala is to raise awareness of the opioid crisis, and then it's also to raise money for the Serenity Grove House, which is the first women's recovery house in southeastern Ohio. It's not just people that are looking to seek drugs. It's you have surgery and then you get on pain medication, and then you can no longer get that pain medication, so you're addicted to it and you're going out to seek it, and that's how it starts.
So I think it's a huge crisis today, and we kind of overlook it. We need to start talking about it and doing something about this, because it affects many of our friends, families, just everyone, not only in Ohio but also worldwide. This is an issue.
My roommate, pledge brother, really good friend. When we were rooming together our sophomore year, he had a pretty bad situation with a girlfriend going on. He wasn't doing too well in school, and he had this subconscious need to be self-medicating. There was a slippery slope where he was, taking maybe 1 bar, which is usually about 2 milligrams. I showed you a 0.5 milligrams, so he's taken 4 times of what I'm prescribed for an actual disorder, and he would take 1 bar, and then sometimes he would take 2 and drink, and he wouldn't remember anything from the night before, but he knew that he had to wake up and take another. It kind of went on like that for a while, and he eventually just kind of destroyed his personal and academic life because of it, and propelled by it, and he ended up having to leave school, and he broke up with his girlfriend, and that pushed him all the way to suicide. And the method was Xanax. He took way too much of it, but he knew what he was doing, and he took enough. Just aphasia. No one spoke. It was kind of silent. We all knew it happened, and we kind of saw it coming, but it was such a hard thing to confront him about in the first place. And yeah, after it happened, I mean, I was speechless for so long. I still think about it every day. I like have a hard time even keeping my composites up just because Alex is right next to me on it. You know, we were always right next to each other. We slept in the same room. We were on the same pledge class. We were so close. And yeah, after he died, it was just a lot of silence and a lot of sadness, and no one really knew what to do about it quite yet. And I don't think any of us have really gotten over it. I think it's still going. And whenever I see friends going down that same track, I'm way more aggressive now because I just have that inside of me that I never want that to happen to any of my friends ever again.
I definitely realized like how more like serious this actually is. Like, it's actually a disease. It's not like people are just choosing to come out here and like get addicted to these drugs and like ruin their life and ruin their families. And I think like it's not just like I think the stigma needs to go away too because people are just not wanting to get help.
I think it is a disease. It does affect you, your brain in some sort of way, and that just kind of needs to be known that it does affect your body.
And that's the point of our event today. We're sharing personal stories. So like I think, you know, personal stories hit home to people. So therefore, seriously, you hear a personal story, it just clicks in your head and you're like, I remember he said that. You're not remembering statistics, you're remembering what someone told you. And I think that's more important.